Listen to me when I say this. Abstinence is the best thing you can do for yourself. You can be patient. You do not have to give yourself to every person that you like or want to be in a relationship with. And I shouldn't even say everybody, but I would say the people that you want to be with, that you want to establish a relationship with. You do not have to give yourself up at all at any point in time until you guys have established that relationship. And I wouldn't even say establishment. I'm more so a type of person that is for marriage, for longevity. I get it. We're young. We want to have fun. And being in love in your 20s sounds like a far-fetched idea. It is glorified for us to postpone that feeling, postpone being in a relationship with someone until we're like 30. But listen, you do not have to do it at all early on. I've had a moment from my previous relationship where I was doing fantastic. I took it upon myself to be abstinent, to really reconnect with myself, and I ended up relapsing. It is okay. It is okay, because we fall short all the time. You should not beat yourself up for giving yourself to someone that you wanted to be vulnerable with, that you wanted to be open with. But I promise you, it is better to save yourself. It is better to save yourself for serious situations rather than act on the lustful feeling within yourself. We have cravings, desires, wants. But if you want a serious relationship and you're just giving yourself to people, free will, you're attaching to each of these people that you sleep with. And when you're not in a relationship with these people, yet you're continuing to sleep with them, it turns into a friends with benefit type of situation. And that situation can end abruptly. It can end at any time. And you have to deal with the repercussions of that. Because when you are getting with these people, you're attaching yourself to them. You're connecting to them on a level that is very hard to sever. It is very hard to disconnect the emotional attachment that you have. And I'm majorly talking about the ladies, women. We have a hard time letting go of situations that we've invested ourselves into. And investing yourself into this person like that, sleeping with them, and you're not in a relationship with them, they have every right to leave at any time. And you have to deal with that repercussion. You have to deal with what comes next and how to heal, recover, and come back from giving yourself to someone when you were vulnerable, when you were open, when you wanted that person. And that connection comes with each and every person, because when you give yourself to someone, you're taking a part of yourself and it's attaching to that person. And with every attachment that you have to work that much harder to disconnect and sever from it. You don't have to give your time, yourself, or your money. Let's talk about money first. You do not have to buy your way into relationships. You do not have to buy your way into somebody liking you. I get that you want to give gifts out of the freeness of your heart. It is perfectly fine to give gifts. But when it comes to giving gifts and you're giving so much and not receiving the same thing, you should dial that back a bit, because if you're not in an established relationship and you're constantly giving, you're basically giving away yourself for free. They're reaping all of the benefits without having to have accountability or own up to the relationship to be there for you in the present way that you desire. And giving your time, you can always wait. You don't have to give all your free time to this person that you like, that you desire. Because when it comes with giving your time away, you have self-care time. You have time that you need to be for yourself, to give to yourself. Lady time, alone time. You don't have to call them back every 5 seconds, texting them, hey, what you doing, what you want? Because that update day to day, that shows that attachment that you have to this person, that connection. Knowing what people are up to and having that open communication is great. But if you're constantly living in someone's skin, you're not taking time to live your own life. You have a separate life that you have before you have met this person. So being able to establish the balance of things and knowing what this person is up to versus what you're up to is something that you have to take control back and realize it's not that deep. It is not that deep. There are so many instances where people blow up just because that person was asleep or that person was at work. miniature things, like the smallest things. And just because they don't have that window of time to text you back when you're wanting that answer, it escalates your anxiety. It makes you go off the wall. Take your time. Be patient. And with you taking your time, it shows you that you have independence. You are able to live your life without having an attachment to somebody else, being for somebody else. These people are not the reason why you keep going. These people are not the reason why you wake up every morning. The person that you're going after does not give you the things that you want, the things that you need. And with you being absent, what does that mean to yourself? What does that mean for you? Because to me, being absent means putting myself first, making sure that I know that this is something that I'm actually able to give myself freely to without having that doubt, without feeling used, without having attachment to people, without security. Because giving yourself away to someone that is not in a committed relationship in terms of a marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend situation, it's detrimental because these people can walk out at any time. You have to deal with that. You have to have that foundation within yourself to be able to look at the situation, be like, okay, this person I gave myself to, I don't get anything in return with them leaving. The only thing that I have are these memories and these things that we've done together. And leaving yourself open to that comes with heartbreak. And you will be in a state where you're constantly thinking about this person, thinking what you could have done better. Why did they leave? Why did they not choose you? You should not beat yourself up for someone else's choices. And for your own choice, it is okay to have that vulnerability. It is okay to be open, and it's okay for all of these things to have happened. It is human nature to do these things, but without established commitment, these things turn into interesting situations where they're just situationships, friend hookups. And you have to be okay with that. You have to learn to detach your feelings from that situation and to better yourself and to know the signs that a person is worthy of you. Know how someone is worthy of you. And that goes for fellas too, because chicks be lying. I ain't gonna lie. And that's why there is lack of trust and why abstinence is kind of best when you're trying to establish a longevity relationship. Now, for people who don't want a relationship and you're out doing all of these things, you can discard the entire message. It is a individual case to you. But just know, you don't have to give yourself up just because you like someone. Take your time, be patient, and establish your boundaries. You will be thankful in the long run that you've done that before you give yourself away freely. And you're constantly carrying that with you. You don't want to live in that cycle. It's up to you to break it, so practice it.